Hey, Mr. Jimmy here. Gonna go over some blues, some blues notes, some blues licks for beginners. Trying to show you. You'll be in the key of A, which is going to be on your. If you're looking at the dots, of course, that's going to be your A. Is the bar chord. So it's going to be in your A frame here. If you have done the pentatonic scale, should be easier for you. But up close here in personal, over again the pentatonic scale again. I'm not going to do the whole scale. I'm just going to play the notes. That will be easier probably for you to play. If I just start with, say, that note right there, which is pretty much the E note. So if I start there, of course, you're talking about the 5th, 5th, 6th, 7th fret, on the 5th string up. So right there, and it's kind of like a walk up. These right in here, you're not gonna be playing anything in there. Well, you will later on, but for right now, here and there, these are the notes that you're going to be hitting. So it'll be like, I'm using one finger just to show. Then the 1st and 2nd string, you're going to come up 1, 2, 3. Next to this, your dot here. So it's, and then skip 1, 2, and then there. 1, 2, there. But we're not going to use one finger. We're going to use pretty much. So if you go here, it's just a walk up. Like I said, your E string and B string, a little bit different. You're not going to hit. You're not in the same fret. You're going to be going on the E and the B string. Up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. With your little finger. You can use this finger, but it's the further reach. So it's. Down to your E string. So if I walk down, then back through these frets, 5th, 6th, 7th. So you learn those. If you've already learnt, if you've already learnt those, you kind of what I call it is you work around those notes right there. But I hit when I'm playing that. You throw a little. Okay, you throw in little accents. You notice I hit that note. Another little thing you can do, if you learn that walk up. String right there, slide it up 1, 2. But I'm using different fingers for this little exercise here. Then I'm going to slide it up 1, 2. Right here, I'm going to make a D minor shape. Now you're going to be playing these notes. Same as playing the D minor. You can walk up. So in this A chord, then you play pretty much just make a D minor chord and you can hit these notes. And you can throw in more notes up here. Of course, you get into bending, which is kind of tricky. You're not going to do that on an acoustic guitar. An electric guitar gets some strings are fairly light gauged, and the bending thing is another lesson, another technique. It's just not all fingers. Your wrist is moving back here. It's doing something like really funky. So that's a little lesson on some little blues licks right there. So hope you enjoyed that little lesson right there, playing the blues. A lot of work to learn how to do that, so I would just keep at it, keep practicing, practice that scale. As far as scales go, my little story is I started at 13 years old. I never learned scales. I listened to a group called The Ventures. I listened to the Beach Boys, the Stones, the Beatles, Zeppelin. I never did learn all that. I actually learned to play the lead by playing songs. Pretty much. Later, maybe 20 years later, I learned to play scales. So go figure. So anyhow, appreciate you watching my channel. This is Mr. Jimmy out.